Come with me to Barcelona. To be exact, 20 miles in the north of Barcelona, a mountainous village between Barcelona and the Pyrenees, my village. I go for a run. It's a sunny day, 15th of March 2020. I run down the hill 1 mile down to the center of the village, and there's a policeman at a roundabout, and the policeman stopping cars, and I think, what the hell is the policeman doing there? The policeman sees me and he says, "Hey, ¿dónde vas tú? Where are you going?" And I say, "Well, I'm running here." "No, tú vas a casa." And you know, some things, they don't need translation from Spanish to English. The lockdown started, and my life as a professional speaker and communication coach died. It didn't really help that for 10 years, a decade, I would tell everyone, online sucks. You can never get the energy across. So I had no online course, no online training. I didn't pay attention to YouTube. I was dead economically. I had to act. I had to do something. So what did I do? 25 YouTube live sessions, Q&A on public speaking. Dude, that was the steepest learning curve in my entire life. It was horrible. But after 25 days, YouTube live every day, I said, online rocks. Did I want to change? No. Did I have to change? Oh yes. If you are part of the target group of this online course, a freelancer, a founder, or an entrepreneur, probabilities are high that you're more apt to change, but people in general, ask my brother Martin, they hate change. Rhetoric is the scientific art of persuasion. Persuasion means you move people to action. Action means change. Even if it's a small change, it's change. And people hate it. This is why my best buddy in rhetoric, Mr. Aristotle, he knew it already 2,300 years ago. You want to use arguments to persuade people and move them to action. You need arguments to sell your idea. My buddy put these arguments into 3 categories. I call them pillars. The 3 pillars of rhetoric: logos, ethos, and pathos. The first pillar you definitely want to build into your pitch is logos. If you ask Google about the meaning of logos, Google will tell you logos is the word, the speech. Logic comes from logos. Facts, data, figures, logos. Reason, structure, logos. In the end, logos gives the answer to one crucial question. Does it make sense what you say? If your idea doesn't make sense, your whole pitch doesn't make sense. You want to build strong logos into your pitch. Over the years, I came up with 9 main elements of logos that I always use, teach and preach, also in my coachings. Element number 1. Facts. The word fact comes from the Latin word facere, to do, to make. And factum means it has been made. Facts have been made. You cannot make up facts, even though many politicians want to do that. 3 examples of facts. This is one of my favorite items in my public speaking trainings because a Kinder egg, the surprise egg, has everything I want to achieve in an audience as a speaker. Curiosity, suspense, imagination, surprise. The Kinder egg was invented by William Salice in 1974. And that is a fact. I was born on the 23rd of October, 1973, as a son of my parents Reinhard Hans Mück and Jutta Ursula Mück, born Ziegler. This is my birth certificate. This is a fact. Fun facts are also great, like this one. This here is the town with most letters in the world. It's in the north of New Zealand. And I cannot say it, I cannot pronounce it, I cannot do it. It has 85 letters. And that is a fact. It's the one with the longest name in the world. If you beat that fact, I invite you for a Jägermeister. And I have to say this because Jägermeister is one of my favorite clients. When I'm sitting in the audience, for me, the best facts are intriguing facts. An intriguing fact is intriguing when it's new to me. First task of this course. Now you will see the image that will be here for 7 seconds. As you know, you press the pause button and you go to your workbook. Go to page number 4. You will find all the 9 logos elements on one page. I want you to write into that box, facts, an intriguing fact about your pitch, about your idea, about your project, something that would be new to your audience. Go, see you in a second. Second logos element, figures. Figures, numbers, the conversion rate, EBIT, profit, revenues. This here is my lawyer friend, Ollie Wheathouse, a German living in Barcelona. He's one of the best lawyers I know, and I know that he's good because I hear the feedback of his clients. And I asked Ollie, what is the biggest success factor of a lawyer? You know what he said? Precision, precision, precision. Be precise. In my first 15.5 years of rhetoric, of public speaking, and with thousands of speeches and with a lot of common sense, I am convinced unrounded beats rounded. 3 examples. People say, yeah, we have more or less 200 employees. What do you mean more or less 200 employees? This morning at 9 o'clock, we had 244 team members in our corporate family. Precision, precision, precision. I changed my agendas in my trainings. I always had 9 o'clock and then 10 a.m. and then 11:30. And I don't know, I didn't like it. I'm a fan of unrounded numbers and I changed it. Now sessions continue at 11:23 a.m. It's always a good laugh, but I go for 11:23 a.m. Precision, precision, precision. And this number here, do you know it? The number behind that symbol? Math. Math. I didn't like math. Yeah, people say 3.14. This is my son Alvaro at the time of this recording, 15 years old. And what does he say when he hears the number pi?
3.14159.
Precision. Of course, also common sense, do not exaggerate. When the investor asks you, so in 5 years from now, where do you see the numbers of revenues? Don't say $10,263,563.15. No, that is ridiculous. Say 10 million. But there's so many opportunities in a pitch to be precise. Go for precision, precision, precision with your figures. Third logos element, data. The Michigan State University defines data as the raw information from which statistics are created. Put in the reverse, statistics provide an interpretation and summary of data. Do you know this typical situation when people present in the business model 20 bar charts copied from Excel into PowerPoint, like the 5-year planning and 4 quarters each, 20 bars. You see 20 bar charts. I mean, this is a sea of nothing. I always recommend use color contrast. Imagine you say, but out of all these 20 quarters, what was the quarter that had the biggest impact on our business model and why? Color contrast is great to present data. Data is good logos. The fourth element of logos. As a communication coach, my friend, I have a huge advantage because I would play bullshit bingo for 8 years and 3 months in my life. As a business consultant at this company, I play bullshit bingo every day. Win-win synergies, value. We have to add value. Have you ever seen the face of a value? Have you ever seen the face of a critical fucking mass? Bullshit bingo for 8 years and 3 months. But I learned a lot and I made good friends at KPMG. There's one thing I did at KPMG which was horrible for me, not the company, for me. 3 surveys. Have you ever done a survey? Oh! Nobody sends information, the analysis is horrible, more super difficult, then a lot of interest, then how to get the press involved, how to do the event out of it. It's not really a successful flow, right? Only 20 people signed up for the... horrible. But once we had them, the surveys done, and there was news coverage, this is great logos. And when you push your pitch, think about surveys. You can use 5 first potential clients and make a survey among them. It's great logos. Great logos, surveys. Even if they are hell on earth. This gentleman here is Benjamin Disraeli, former Prime Minister of the UK, 19th century. And he said there are 3 types of lies. Lies, damn lies, and statistics. Statistics, logos element number 5. Of course, I love the use of statistics in public speaking, in rhetoric. Just make sure it's the right statistics and they're obviously not tuned or faked or made up. Otherwise, you're out. But there are statistics that just hit the nail of persuasion. In 2008, Arnulf Jäger-Waldau of the European Commission's Institute for Energy said it would require the capture of just 0.3% of the light falling on the Sahara and Middle East deserts to meet all of Europe's energy needs. 0.3%, and we are still talking about oil? You see, that is powerful use of statistics. When stand-up comedians like Ricky Gervais or Jerry Seinfeld or Ellen DeGeneres, she's a stand-up comedian by origin, when they discover a pattern of humor, which means different audiences laugh with the same line, that line goes into the script for sure. One of the lines in my trainings is, Stanford University. Always sounds cool. Research. Logos element number 6. Research is great, and I love it when people say stuff like that. I make this up now, but it sounds so logical. It makes so much sense. In his study of the year 1983 on global warming, Professor Tim J. Johnson from the Tropical Institute in Singapore discovered blah, 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 blah. How can you challenge that logos? Research is illuminating logos. The first 6 logos elements you've just heard, facts and figures and data and surveys and statistics and research, these are things that other speakers use as well when they pitch for funding or when they want to sell their idea. Now, the last 3 logos elements, they set you completely apart from all your competition in my experience. Logos element number 7. What do these 3 people here have in common? This man and her and him. They're experts in their fields. And look what they said in life. Paul Rand, the inventor of the IBM logo, he said this. And Sheryl Sandberg, CEO of Facebook, she said this. And she's such a lighthouse of female empowerment in business. And Michael, he knows about team and intelligence and sacrifice in sports. Use expert testimony in your pitch. Here's the next task for you. Go back to your workbook, go back to page number 4, and write down expert testimony quotes that you can use for your pitch to support your logos. Go. What do you think is better logos? A promise or an example that proves a point? People speak, of course I'm not talking about you, I'm totally convinced I'm not talking about you, but all the others that I've worked with, people speak like image brochures. It's always promises. They speak in We do. They never speak in we did. We do is a promise. Who cares? We create value for our clients. I'm interested in when did you create value for your clients and how did you do it? Give me the example, because we did is proof, exemplum, the rhetorical device of the old Romans. It is an example, an anecdote, or a story to make a moral point. Image brochures make no point. They sound good, but who cares? Specific beats generic. Give specific examples. And when you give examples, do you like to cook? I love to cook. We could argue now, do Germans know how to cook? But I lived in Spain for almost 20 years. That helps. Examples are like onions. If you're a cook, you know there's one layer and another layer and another layer and another layer and another layer. Where do all the layers come from? Don't stay with your examples at the outer layer. Go inside the onion. Be more precise, more specific. Yeah, we work in the sector. Which sector? For companies. Which company? In this product. Which product? For this department. Which department? Which solution? How did you... Which person? Mr. Miller from Boise, Idaho. In your pitch, give specific examples. The ninth logos element. Do you know what cliche is for us speakers? Ebola. Stay away from Ebola. When I say seeing is believing, it sounds like cliche, doesn't it? But it's so true. The Mount Everest of logic. Element number 9. Demonstration. Demonstrare. To show. When I see it, I believe it. 3 examples. Imagine you sell a project management software, the idea for project management software. And then you can go into the company and you pitch your idea and you say, you guys have created processes to deal with project management. That's great. The problem is every one of your team members have created their own solution. And I mean, the solutions fly and they look good and the people can do it, but they all fly into different directions. This trolley here is a real case. Zalando, super big fashion retailer online, number 1 in Europe, Zalando. One of the tech leads, he had to present the checkout solution, the checkout, you know, when you do the checkout. And he had his PowerPoint slides and they were boring, they were fucking boring. And I was, oh, no. Let's use, you can go to eBay, back then eBay was still hip. eBay, you can buy such a trolley, like this one, a trolley, miniature version, and you put it on this, you know, the cocktail tables, you put black blanket so it looks stylish, and you put that trolley on top of that cocktail table. You can present your entire solution using only that trolley. No slides. And he did it. And the result? Demonstration. Beats any PowerPoint slide in the world. And the third example is the biggest one, with the biggest economical impact I've achieved in one of my coachees in my first 12 years of professional work. This is my now client friend, Martin Spitznagel. Martin is from Innsbruck, from Austria. He's a serial entrepreneur. He is super focused on biotech, and he created this amazing product, a natural product, to fight weeds on fields of farmers. What farmers do till today is they put glyphosate on top of their fields and then the weeds die. But the European Union decided to forbid glyphosate. So the farmers have an issue. And here comes Martin Spitznagel. Martin and his team, his company, they created this material. You put a layer on top of the field and then all the crops go through, but the weeds, they cannot go through. That's the solution. So you just have to put the stuff on the fields and the farmers are safe without glyphosate. His task was to present to the European Union to get more than 2 million of growth funding. We did our coaching session, Push Your Pitch, like here with you. We were thinking, how can we make it tangible? I mean, you show your slides and you talk about it. At one point of his 10-minute pitch presentation in Zoom, super difficult, Martin held a flower pot right into the camera. Seeing is believing. They saw the difference. He got the funding. Demonstration played a major part. For me, the Mount Everest of logic is demonstration. So here you have them, the 9 elements of Logos. Facts and figures and data and surveys and statistics and research and experts and examples and demonstration. All these answer one question for the audience. Does it make sense what you say? Before we move on to the next video, go back to page 4 of the workbook and fill in everything you can fill in of these 9 elements. You know what the Spartans used to say? The more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. See you in the next video on ethos.